What's going on, Broncos country? AJ back, and we're here with some Broncos talk. And today we're actually going to go into my predictions for Championship Sunday. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious where I'm going to go with one of these games. But of course, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't I? I mean, like I said, this is Broncos talk. It's about the Broncos, but it's not just about the Broncos, it's about the other teams that are playing this Sunday, and of course, we got to discuss that. But one thing that we definitely have to go into is something that I gotta say, I don't know if it's necessarily people within the fan base or just folks in general that seem to want to be as, really, for lack of a better term, as hard headed as they seem to be right now when it comes to this. But some of y'all really need to relax. Some of y'all really need to take a step back because we got people talking about a potential for Bo Nix to return in the Super Bowl. No, just no. Absolutely not. He literally just had surgery, I believe it was on Tuesday. I mean, the prospect of him coming back just, I don't see where it exists. Is it possible? Sure, but the things that it would take for that to be the case just do not make that one bit realistic, even in the slightest. And even more than that, why do that? Like, that absolutely makes no sense. This is not the J.K. Dobbins situation where he was able to come back from his foot injury and is looking pretty strong in terms of being able to play on Sunday. Not necessarily sure that this is going to be the case, especially as of the time of this recording, but it's far more likely we're going to see J.K. Dobbins than we will Bo Nix in this game or even in the Super Bowl for that matter. I mean, what are y'all trying to do? Seriously, like what are y'all thinking about? Like, y'all are not in the correct headspace whatsoever, especially if you think this is something that just has any shot of coming to fruition. It doesn't. I mean, Sean Payton announced it literally within an hour or so after the game. He's not coming back. He probably is going to be back for training camp, if anything. Just, I'm not seeing any scenario or anything that happens before that. It just is not going to be the case. It's not realistic. I mean, let it go. Just simply put, let it go because I mean, if that were to be the case, different prognosis. I think Sean Payton's statements during the press conference he actually called to make that announcement would have gone a little bit differently than what it actually had. So, truth be told, I feel like the idea of this is absolutely out, and I don't know, unless you want to go Dragon Ball Z and get him a Sensu bean. I mean, we're not doing the Seth Rollins angle from when he cashed in money in the bank on CM Punk. That's not what's happening here, y'all. So forget about it. It's done. We'll see him in training camp, and it's as simple as that. So now we're going to actually move on to what we're here to talk about, and that's actually predictions for the Championship Sunday matchups that we have, particularly starting in the NFC with the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this one is going to be as knocked down, drag out as you can possibly get. Two division rivals going at it for a shot to be out in Santa Clara, going for the Lombardi Trophy. And if we're being perfectly honest, this is what you see as probably, at least in a lot of other people's eyes, I could actually be inclined to agree with it too. The two best teams in the NFL. I mean, I don't know that you really get too much better than the Rams or the Seahawks, even with the Broncos, if Bo Nix was healthy, but that's really neither here nor there. That's something we'll talk about another day in time. But truth be told, it's it's going to be much to watch. I mean, I don't think you're going to have too many games, whether it be this weekend, next. 2 weeks from now, or well, 2 weeks from Sunday, or even at any point in the season, or even going into next season, that's just going to be as crazy as this one. Obviously, Broncos Patriots will have something to say about that. We'll go into that in a moment. But you got Matthew Stafford and, of course, Sean McVay, who are former Super Bowl champions. And I don't know. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how this matchup goes. And I've actually been very, very back and forth on who I believe is going to wind up winning this. Key thing to note is that Zach Charbonnet is out with an injury, so obviously he won't be available for this game. But of course, that's not going to stop Kenneth Walker from being every bit the beast he is. He's not quite beast mode, of course, but I expect him to do his thing. Of course, they still have Jackson Smith and Jigba. Raheem Shaheed is definitely going to be a factor, if not in the receiving game, certainly in special teams, because he's a hell of a return guy. And we got to talk about the Seattle defense. I mean, arguably the best defense in the league. I think we got four of the best defenses in the league taking the field this Sunday. And man, even now, I'm kind of struggling on who I think is going to win. And to be perfectly honest with you, my pick is just me going out on a limb. I know the Seattle crowd is going to be hungry. They're going to be loud. They're going to be ravenous. It's hard to pick against them. Something tells me it's going to be ranked. I don't know what it is, but not even so much just the championship experience they have, but just the way they were able to overcome the Chicago Bears last weekend. It's there for them. And I understand what the Seahawks did to a battered San Francisco 49ers team with no Fred Warner, no George Kittle. And Brock Purdy actually ended up going out at some point in the game. Mac Jones had to take over, but I don't know. Like, I keep looking at that and thinking it should be the Seahawks. But give me the Rams. I'm going to go with a score of 27-24. And I just see the Rams getting to Santa Clara. I don't know why, but maybe I'm wrong on this one. I've been wrong on some of the other predictions so far in the playoffs. We'll see how that goes. But to the game that really matters, we got to talk Patriots Broncos. I don't know any other way to say this. Patriots fans have become the new Cowboys fans. They literally have. And I'm not going to lie, they've had a hell of a season. They've done some fantastic things. And the accomplishments are nothing to sneeze at. I realize the schedule is pretty much continental tissue, to put it mildly, but you got to beat the teams that you're going against. Now, there's an aspect of this that I want to go into this that makes this really funny to me, but the fact of the matter is, much like they did in the Belichick Brady days, these guys are actually getting it done. I can't take anything away from them on that. Problem is, they're coming to the fucking house this weekend. And the reality of it is, the history of them playing in Denver in the playoffs isn't all that good. 0-4 to be exact, including two champion or conference championship games that they've lost at Mile High. I don't see that being any different. I see no way around there being a third, obviously, but they're going to make it as tough as possible. I feel like the matchups favor the Broncos considerably, more so than a lot of people want to give credit for, but let them be dumb enough to think that all they fucking want to. The reality is this: they're going up against, again, one of the best defenses. Our defense is actually better than theirs. There's just no doubt in my mind about that. And again, away from they've accomplished some great things, but their receiving core is going to have problems against our secondary. And then, of course, the pass rush is literally going to eat Drake May alive. I mean, Will Campbell, Did you see what happened to him against the Texans? Are you shitting me? And y'all expect him to go against Nick Benito and company? What? No, no, no fucking shot whatsoever. Broncos, we're going to go a score of 30-24. Well, 30-23, really. We'll just keep it at that, make it a touchdown difference. And again, I take nothing away from the Patriots. I think that Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach. He's done an incredible job, not just in New England, but the things that he did with the Tennessee Titans. I don't think that's something that you actually sneeze at whatsoever. But he's going up against a better coaching staff with Sean Payton, Vance Joseph, and company. I just don't see where the matchups work in any way, shape, form, or fashion for the New England Patriots whatsoever. And with that, again, Broncos 30-23. I don't know any other way to look at it. And for those of you again that are saying the things that you're saying about Bo Nix coming back, believe in Stiddy. Believe in Stiddy. Because it's really all it boils down to. It's as simple as that. I mean, I just don't see it any other way, but y'all know what it is. Let me know what y'all think down below. What are your predictions for Championship Sunday? And yeah, if you Pats fans want to talk some shit, feel free to do so. I really don't care. Y'all know the truth. Y'all know the truth. But either way, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit that notification bell so you know when more vids are coming through. With that in mind, this has been your time with A and J, and I appreciate you spending it with me.